once again to this session. In this episode, we are just going to look at the divisions of animal kingdoms. And animal kingdom is divided into two divisions, or is grouped into two divisions. There are animals that have a backbone, and those ones we call them vertebrates. And then there are also animals which do not have a backbone, or animals without a backbone, and these ones we call them invertebrates. These two divisions, as you can hear, one is called the invertebrate, meaning that they do not have the backbone, and another one is called the vertebrate, meaning that they have the backbone. Animals that have backbones, they fall in the phylum called Chordata. Phylum Chordata has got several classes. It has class Mammalia, where we find the mammals. There is a class of aves, where we find the birds. There is a class of reptiles. There is a class of amphibians, and there is a class of fish. Those are what we call as vertebrates, or animals that have a backbone. Then animals that do not have backbones, which we are referring to as invertebrates, these ones we have several phylums. And one of the phylums that we find in the invertebrates, animals without a backbone, phylum Prolifera. We have phylum Annelida. We have phylum Arthropoda. We have phylum Echinoderm. We have phylum Coelenterata and phylum Platyhelminths. We have also phylum Mollusks. These are the major phylum in the animal kingdom. We have said that animal kingdom is grouped into two divisions. Animals with the vertebrates, which we refer to as chordates, and animals without vertebrates. And in terms of phylums, there are several phylums. We have phylum Chordata. We have phylum Prolifera. We have phylum Mollusks. We have phylum Annelida, phylum Arthropoda, phylum Echinoderms, and phylum Coelenterata, and lastly phylum Platyhelminths. Now we want to start with the vertebrates. Under the vertebrates, which is phylum Chordata, we are first of all going to look at class Mammalia, or the mammal class. As you are seeing that in the Chordata phylum, we have 5 classes: class Mammalia, class Aves, which includes the birds, class Reptilia, we have a class Amphibian, and then we have class of fish. All of them are put in the same group, which is phylum Chordata. The reason why they are put in phylum Chordata is that in their embryonic stage, they have logic features. And these embryologic features include the dorsal nerve cord, which enlarges at the anterior to form the brain. All of them in the embryologic stage, they have or they had the dorsal nerve cord. And then they also had the notochord, which acts as a supportive tissue. And this one is behind the digestive tract. And it later turns into the vertebral column to protect the nervous system or the spinal cord. And then the third one is that all of them at one stage in their embryological stage, they undergo the pharyngeal gill pouch. They have those gill in their embryonical stage. And then they also have the tail. All of these organisms in class or phylum Chordata, in their embryological stage, they have a tail. It might be reduced in some of the organisms like man, but it is there. A small part of it is there. So we are saying that these organisms which we are referring to as phylum Chordata or the chordates, they are put together because of the embryological stage that they go through. There are some of the features that appear in their lifestyle or in their lifetime. And those structures we have seen, the dorsal nerve cord, we have seen the notochord, which acts as a supportive organism, and then also the pharyngeal gills, and lastly the tail. Now, you find that there are characteristics that put all organisms in this group. Examples of mammals that we can give, talk of a squirrel, we can talk of seals, we can talk of mouse, we can talk of dogs. Those, all of them are mammals and they are in the same class. What puts them in the same class are the following characteristics. All these organisms under class Mammalia, they are warm-blooded. By being warm-blooded, we mean that they can control their body temperature differently from that of the environment, meaning that they can adjust their temperature far away from that of the environment, and we refer to them as homeothermic. And all organisms in this class, you will find that they have either hair or fur on their bodies. This hair is responsible for the warmth and at the same time protection. Another characteristic is that organisms that we find in class Mammalia, all of them produce live young ones and feed them using the mammary glands. All animals or organisms that are found in the class Mammalia, they undergo internal fertilization, where the male gametes and the female gametes meet and form a zygote within the female body. All organisms in mammalian class, they have a well-developed brain. The brain of class mammalian organisms is well developed compared to other organisms. And they also have heterodont teeth. All organisms that are found in mammal class, they have what we call heterodont teeth. Those are teeth which are specialized, different types and different functions. For example, we have the incisors, we have the canines, we have the premolars, and we have the molars. Those are the different types of teeth that we find in all organisms under class Mammalia. And you will find that organisms in this class, they can be land dwellers and others are aquatic dwellers. There are those that live on land and there are also those that live under water. Organisms in this class, they have a heart which has 4 chambers. The heart has 2 auricles and it has 2 ventricles. The left side and the right side are separated by the septum, thus having a 4-chambered heart. The largest mammal is the blue whale, which is approximately greater than 30 meters long. And the smallest mammal is the mouse, which is approximately less than 5 centimeters long. And examples that we can give in this class, we have human beings, squirrels, seals, dogs, and many other, to mention but a few. We have looked at the vertebrates, the chordates, and we have seen the classes in the chordates, and one of the classes is class Mammalian. We have looked at the characteristics of class Mammalia. They are warm-blooded, undergo internal fertilization, produce live young ones, feed them on milk, have a well-developed brain. They live on land and others under the sea. They have heterodont teeth. They have 4-chambered heart. And we saw that the largest mammal is the blue whale, and the smallest mammal is the mouse, which is approximately less than 5 centimeters long. Next time when we come back, we shall look at the birds, that is class Aves. Thank you.